It was an unforgettable weekend for Vince Carter and his family. As you guys can see, I'm wearing a purple suit, and this is in honor of Vince Carter. Vince Carter began his career with the Toronto Raptors. He was the one that put the Raptors on the map. All right. When I started watching basketball, it was at the height of Vince Carter's career in Toronto. It was an unbelievable jersey retirement ceremony on Saturday. I've never seen a jersey retirement ceremony that had an impact me like this one. You had his former teammates there. It was nice to see T-Mac, Drake, and all his former teammates, especially from those early 2000s. Just a great ceremony. He was visibly emotional. And it was the first jersey retirement ceremony where it almost brought me to tears. But he earned it and deserved it. And in this video, I'm gonna mention some of the best moments of Vince Carter's career that stood out to me. One of them is, there's two of them, and it happened in the same game. And this was in my very first full season watching NBA. And that's the game, Vince Carter versus the Los Angeles Clippers. The first one is in my opinion, the greatest alley-oop dunk I've ever seen, in which Oakley passed it to Del Curry and Del Curry lobbed it to Vince Carter, and he did it with one hand. And this happened after the slam dunk contest. The second one, the Raptors were down 94-92. Vince Carter with 1.5 seconds left, he caught and shot the ball and hit the game-winning three-pointer to win the game. Another great moment, the slam dunk contest. It was my very first slam dunk contest watching it, and boy oh boy, the best one that I've ever seen in my lifetime. He just took over and put on a show, and it's still being talked about to this day. And he just raised it to a whole nother level with his ability of just he's one of the greatest dunkers of all time. I mean, there's just no words. I mean, there's a reason why he has nicknames like Vinsanity, Air Canada. There's a reason. And sure enough, he won the slam dunk contest in 2000, and it was great to see him collaborate with his teammate, cousin, T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. And one of the things I love about that competition is the reaction as well from everyone. You have Kevin Garnett recording, Shaq recording. Everybody was just like, ooh, ah. And the commentary was great. Everything was great about that year's competition. Another Vince Carter moment, the unforgettable dunk at the Olympic Games. This was in Sydney, I believe. Sydney, Australia in 2000. And he did have hair in that game, but that was a vicious dunk that he threw down. You guys know which one I'm talking about. Just straight up posterized. Another great Vince Carter moment, and this happened against the Boston Celtics. They were down, I believe, 94-93 in the last final seconds of the game. And he hit a game-winning three-pointer right in the corner. And it looked like a very difficult shot, but with him, he probably practiced it 1,000 times. But he won the game. And this is the same year, 99-2000 NBA season. Another Vince Carter moment, and this one I would say is the entire playoff series, with the exception of Game 7 of the 2001 Eastern Conference semifinals against the league MVP Allen Iverson and the Philadelphia 76ers. That series between Vince Carter and AI was absolutely sensational. Both of them were just putting on a show, and I'll never forget that series for as long as I live. Had he made that shot in Game 7, boy oh boy, we would have had a whole different conversation. Another great moment, Vince Carter moment, and this was with the Nets. He hit 2 game-winning jump shots, one against when he played against the Toronto Raptors, and the other one was against the Utah Jazz. I'm forgetting what year was in. I don't know if it was in 2005 or 2006, but he hit 2 game-winning jumpers to win the game for the Nets. Another unforgettable Vince Carter moment was when he hit that game-winning jump shot when he was with the Dallas Mavericks in the playoffs against the San Antonio Spurs. I believe this was Game 3 of the 2010 playoffs, first round. I believe so. But yeah, those are some of my favorite Vince Carter moments that I have seen in my 25 years watching basketball. But the best memories that I have of Vince Carter all came with the Toronto Raptors. He was healthy, he was young, he was energetic, he was at his best at the time. He went on to have success with the Nets, but the Raptors is where it all started, where it began, and where he delivered the most memories, in my opinion. He took them to the playoffs not once but twice. And the fact that he came very close to taking them to the conference finals, it would have been an interesting matchup between the Bucks, which they had their big three, versus the Raptors. But those were fun times. When Jordan retired, everyone wondered who was gonna carry NBA. Kobe and Duncan didn't, but there were also other guys that were fun to watch. You have Vince Carter, you have Tracy McGrady, you had Allen Iverson, Kevin Garnett. So many great young players that went on to take the NBA to another level. But salute and congratulations to Vince Carter. What a year has been, being inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame, and now becomes the first Toronto Raptors player to have their jersey retired, go up the Raptors, and definitely well deserved.